In this video, we're going to go ahead and explore the discussion board button. So again, I can click on course calendar and then click on that very specific discussion that's due. For example, week 2, I can click here, it'll take me to week 2 to do the discussion board there, or I can click on weekly discussions and then access them by week. For example, week 1 is just an intro week, so it tells you to post something about yourself and also respond to somebody else's message. And then task 3 is a self-assessment that I encourage all of you to do. So task 1 says click respond and then tell us about yourself. So I can go and write a subject, for example, about me, and say hi, and so forth, and answer the questions that were asked for task 1 and follow directions. Then I can say post, and it'll post whatever I put about me. And then task 2 will require you to click on reply, and then hi ... you reply to your classmate, and then it shows the threaded post here, what I posted, and then somebody else replied to it. So that's how you access the discussion board, and again, as the weeks go by, you get more and more posted. You can click back on the main menu to get to the original buttons. And again, course calendar, I repeat, is another way to get to the same place by knowing exactly what the due dates are. So I'm back in week 1. Let's say you get to the weeks where you actually have to post math material. So you would say something like chapter 2, or chapter 2, problem 3, let's say, problem 3. And if you want to use actual math notation using the little applet here, you click on the X squared button. And then it'll give you this palette that allows you to type up math rather easily. Let's say I want to type an equation that involves a 2/3 x. I would write 2/3, and I'm using the left up-down arrows on my keyboard to be able to do this, plus, let's say, 1/3 equals 9. I would type up that and say solve when I get to, after I insert it. So I'm going to insert it back here. It'll take it back to your open screen from before and put the equation there. And again, it uses proper math notation, because if you just type things up, you don't want to forget about parentheses and give wrong information. For example, I often see people write this for this very equation that I've written up above. This would be incorrect, because if you don't enclose 2/3 in parentheses, it's not going to say the same thing as intended above. So if you're going to just type things up like this, make sure you use correct parentheses so that you don't get points marked off. And again, the questions that you're going to post during weekly question assignments, aside from the tutor forum, will be from your homework. So you'll have to get them from your homework, label it correctly, and then using the little X squared button, it inserts it, and then you can just post, and it goes on there. Attachments are allowed for graphical problems, but aside from that, some of the students had issues downloading them, so I only allow them for graphical problems now. So again, when we get to the actual math material, when you click respond and it gives you the screen with the little X squared button, that's one way you can use correct notation for the discussion boards. And that completes the video on how to access the weekly discussion assignments, either through the button or through the course calendar. And you will know that you have them due either through the course calendar, or week 1 or week 2 actually will say do the discussion board assignment. It'll say that during week 1 as well, because you have them due every single week. During week 1, there's all these your turn little assignments that you have to do, and one of them is the discussion.